I'm gonna give you 5 reasons why you should get a 1999 to 2004 Jeep Grand Cherokee WJ, the best bang for your buck. So let me tell you why you should get one of these Jeeps. These Jeep Grand Cherokees are some of the best Jeeps that you can buy at the moment because of the price is so low. You can pick them up from what I've seen online between $500 to about $3,000. You'll get a decent Jeep. Some people will sell them for like $17,000 once they're built, which I think is nuts, and I probably wouldn't buy one. But these Jeeps, they have solid axles. They're running on springs and shocks, so they're really comfortable to drive. With the solid axle, you get more flex when you go off-roading compared to like a Toyota independent front suspension, which, as many of you guys know, it doesn't do that great, but it gets the job done. The solid axle, it'll do great. These also come with AC, seat warmers, sunroof. If that's something that you want, it has all like the luxury amenities. For the year, they're 1999 to 2004. They are honestly built really well. They hold up to standards that we have today. The dash isn't even plastic. It's like a leather foam, so you can like press it. It feels luxury. It feels great. And for $3,000, you can pick one of these up running mint. Obviously, they are like 20 years old, so they're gonna have some parts you need to fix here and there, but that's just the case with most used cars, right? But like I said, again, for the price point, we picked one up for my buddy. I think we paid $1,100. We put maybe like $300 in parts, and it was running perfect. You can't go wrong with the Jeep Grand Cherokee WJ. Number 2 is these Jeeps are pretty easy to work on. This Jeep is honestly what I learned how to work on cars with, how to install lift kits, how to change parts out. They're pretty easy to work on. If you get the V8 version, it's a little bit tighter in the engine bay, but you can still learn how to work on cars with one of these. With that being said, it does come with the 4.7 V8, which is a known engine in Dodge and Mopar and all that. And also you can get it with the 4.7 HO, the high output, which gives you a little bit more power. The one that I have has the Inline 6, which has been a proven motor that lasts a long time. Mine is at 212K and it's running great still. I did have to do a head gasket job, but other than that, it's been solid. Everything on the Jeep is pretty easy to access, to work on. Like if you need to replace a light bulb, it's only one screw holding the headlight. If you need to take off the bumper, it's 2 screws and a couple clips. Pretty simple to work on. If I take off the wheel, you do have a lot of space if you need to change brakes. The spring over axle and shocks are easy to replace if you need to as well. And today's sponsor of the video is myself. Check out Najar Offroad. I actually sell LED bulb kits for the Jeep, whether it's for your license plate, interior lights, dash lights, anything like that. I also have merch on the store. I should be wearing a shirt right now, but I'm not. I have key tags, stickers, so if you guys want to check it out, najaraoffroad.com. Let's get back to the video. Third reason why you should buy one of these is because of the performance. So when I first started with my Jeep, I had a budget boost. Probably what people say the lowest performance and it's cost effective, so you're not gonna pay a lot of money for a budget boost. With the budget boost and 31s, it's doing great, keeping up with the Wranglers. People get surprised when they see one of these, you know, like pretty much stock, making it where people that spent $60,000 on their Jeep are going. I've gone down some gnarly trails where I shouldn't have been, and the Jeep actually performed well. People were surprised when I was driving by them, so that's something to take into consideration, how well these Jeeps handle off-road. Like I said, since it does have the spring over axle, you get a lot of flex, especially if you upgrade to long arms in the future. They're a little bit pricey, but they're well worth the money. The great thing about these Jeeps is you can build it as a, you know, basic overland build where you can go lots of places, explore lots of trails, lots of, whether it's sand, mud, you know, just trail roads. It'll be performing great. These are perfect for overlanding, and you can also build them up with 8-inch lift, whatever you want, to make it like a hardcore trail rig. Obviously at that point you'd replace axles, but what I'm trying to say is these are really capable Jeeps, and for the price point, you can't get into a TJ under like $7,000, right? And this is half the price, and you get the amenities like the leather seats, the heated seats, the sunroof. I think it's well worth it. You can actually put the back seats down and put like a bed there, an inflatable bed, and sleep in the back of the Jeep too. So if that's something you're into when you're overlanding, that's something you can do with this Jeep. The fourth reason you should buy this is because of how many parts there are available at the junkyard, on eBay. Even the local parts stores, they still carry parts for these Jeeps. So these were sold between 1999 and 2004. Between that time, Jeep produced 1.4 million of these Jeeps. So there's gonna be parts everywhere. They're going to be easy to get. If something does break down, you don't have to worry about that. You can actually run to your local parts store and get most of the parts that you need to fix the Jeep. Obviously, it's gonna be a little bit more expensive. You can buy it online a lot cheaper, but if you need it right away, that's an option. Now, the last reason why you should buy one of these Jeeps is the community of the Jeep Grand Cherokee WJ. There's a lot more people now making videos on customizing their Jeep WJ. There's a lot of Facebook groups and Instagram groups with over 30,000 members in those groups. So if you ever have a question, you can go ahead and ask there. They will answer it and help you out. Even if you have any questions on the Jeep before you buy it, they actually give you tips on what to look out for when you go purchase one. I have a couple videos as well, if you guys want to check them out. And not only the community, but the builders. More companies are starting to build more off-road bumpers, sliders, stuff that you need for off-roading. That way you have extra protection. Some of the companies that you can look up are HK Off-Road, Affordable Off-Road, Goliath Off-Road. I really recommend Iron Rock if you're trying to lift your Jeep. I actually run Iron Rock long arms, and honestly, it's well worth it. I need to save up for the rear though, because you can definitely tell the difference between short arm and long arm. And there's many other companies as well that are starting to get into the game or have been in the game. And with the community being so big, you can always find a video on how to replace the alternator, how to replace your radiator, how to replace brakes. There's tons of videos and content on this Jeep. So if you ever get stuck, you can always search it up. And if there isn't a video, you can always ask in the Facebook groups. People are very helpful on there. I've learned everything that I have just through those Facebook groups, honestly. And the reason I make the videos is to bring all that information from the Facebook groups out onto a video. That way it's easier to, comprehend, easier to, instead of reading. I'm pretty sure you don't like reading like I do. So the video makes it easier to see what you need to do when you're replacing a part. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just want to put a spotlight on the Jeep Grand Cherokee WJs. I just think that they're the best bang for buck Jeep that you can get. Lots of aftermarket support, big community around it. These Jeeps you actually see everywhere. I'm pretty sure you've seen a couple in your town or city driving down the road. They're still very capable Jeeps. They will require a little bit of maintenance since they are about 20 years old. So just have that in mind when you pick one up. Try to, lowball them a little bit so you can have extra money for parts. But other than that, I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.